So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it's time for another video in our Following the Union Canal series. We're back here at the northern end of Blue Marsh Lake. Well, it's not a lake currently. We're still in the winter, they lower the lake levels. Which we were here some time ago when we did Lock 36, which is just up that way. But this was a frozen tundra in that video. Now it's just a lot of mud. So we gotta make our way out there a little bit, actually up this way. So let me turn you around, give you a little preview of what was here, and then we'll get going. I got to put on some chest waders a little bit here in this video. We got to cross the creek, get to their section. Yes, there's looking out at Blue Marsh, which is not actually a lake at the moment. Like I said, the Tolpahocken Creek is over there. In several months, they'll raise the water level back up. But just over there was the Union Canal, part that we can see here. And when we were here last time, of course, we walked around the corner here, under the bridge, and up to where Lock 36 was. So we are going to head back up that way again. I got my chest waders. We're going to have to cross the North Kill Creek in this video. Alright, so in a moment we'll get going here. I'm not going to put my waders on right now. I only need them when I cross the creek, and I'll probably stash them somewhere. Yeah, I was having a little trouble figuring out where to park to get this next section. There's still some public property up here that I can explore. It belongs to the Army Corps of Engineers, but getting there was a little bit difficult. There's a road I was hoping to park along, but it's like private property right next to the road. It got all these posts and signs up, so we'll start here. And then also at some point in this video I'll talk about what the future plans are for this series, because like we talked about the private property issues. I did send out about 20 letters and emails to property owners. I heard back from some, and we'll talk about that later and how I'm going to handle that and what we'll do in the future regarding that. But we'll save that for later in this video. So let's quit yapping and get to where we need to cross the creek. So yeah, it is quite a bit muddy out here in the flats. I think we get out here, it's a little bit more rocky. Like I said, that's why I did this section in the dead of winter when it was frozen. Not quite so muddy out here. Yep, there's our bridge we need to get up to. Of course, right up here too is where, if you remember, this is where the Tolpahocken Creek and the North Kill Creek join up. Of course, the Union Canal follows the Tolpahocken. Alright, so here we are at the junction of the Tolpahocken and the North Kill. I'll probably put my waders on here. Got them right down there. Actually never tried these before, or wore them, so we'll see if they have any leaks. Got them about a year ago. Yeah, in our last video, we hiked up this way. Lock 36 is way up there, where that little waterfall was. And the canal crossed this little peninsula here, and joined back up with the flow along the Tolpahocken Creek. So I need to get across here. That's what the waders are for. And we'll talk about what was going on in there back in the times. I'll take you across with me. Not terribly deep, but deeper than the muck boots I had at home. The wellies. So no leakage. I'll make my way over to the rocks. Try to avoid all that mud. Here's the deepest part. Definitely up to the knees here. And here we are. Alright, so we'll head up this way. Gotta take the waders off here at some point and just leave them probably in a brush somewhere because we'll need them when we come back. I don't need to wear them when I'm going through this area. It's probably all full of thorns and brambles. Alright, so waders are off. We'll leave them stashed kind of hidden in there a little bit, although I don't really think there's going to be anybody else back here today. Looking back where we came from. Crossed up, just up there somewhere. Alright, now we're going to head into the brush. The goal here initially is to get over to where Lock 36, across the North Kill Creek here. Kind of where we left off last time. And there's going to be a lot of thorns and stuff here probably. Then once we get to that section where the canal crossed, we'll come make our way across this little peninsula here. I'll throw up a map in a little bit, show you where we're at. And then once we get across the peninsula, we'll do a little bit of a road walk along the one road there. It's called Koenig Road. There's private property along there, but we can see the creek and any remains of the canal from the road, but I don't think we'll see any remains from the road. I think that section of the canal, including here the peninsula, has been utterly obliterated. This section here in the peninsula where we are, Topahaka Creek and North Kill, this used to be a little town in here. Right up here is the town of Burnville. But this in here was called South Burnville, or I think also called the town of Newport. Of course, a canal went right through here. So it's like a little canal town. But when they built Blue Marsh Lake, they just utterly leveled this area through here. So it's just non-existent. I don't think we're too far from that location. Let's get stuck here. See some raised dirt over here. Never been over here before on this side of the creek, or in this area. So this would be new. And what's this? Not something canal related, but I see a splash of color up here. Would you look at it? There's some yellow flowers up here. Wow, I believe these. Oh, these are not wildflowers. Oh, what's their name? Yellow. Oh, what are they called again? We had them on the farm. They usually bloom really early. They're usually planted where people used to live. Oh, a whole bunch, slews of them up there. We gotta get up there. Yeah, they're all over the place in here. There's a bunch up there. This tree behind me is utterly massive. Giant sycamore tree. Yeah, but check it out, all in there. Look at all these beautiful flowers. Yellow flowers in there. Surrounded by thorns and brambles. But that's a sign of the town that used to be here. Check that out. It is nice to see color again. Like wildflower, or flower color, even though they're not really wildflowers. Wow. So not everything was destroyed in this little town over here. Or who knows, maybe these came later. But you know, like I said, people lived in this area. Maybe these might have been grown in someone's yard at the time. And they can doze, you can destroy the homes and doze them down, but there's always be little reminders that people were around. Alright, so here's the North Kill Creek. And Lock 36 is right on the other side there. Oh, there's a goose right down there. Walking down by the creek, I guess you can see it there. Maybe we can make our way down to that sandbar, mud bar. Yeah, they scare them off. Yeah, so right over there is Lock 36. Let's zoom in on it. You can kind of see some of the stonework from here. There she is. And there was a mule bridge across here too. And there was a dam. Well, there's a modern dam right there, but there's a dam further down here as well that dammed up the creek, created like a pool of still water, allowed the canal boats to come across the North Kill Creek here, because there'd have to be a bridge then for the mules as well. There's just some people fishing over there. So let's head up here to where it joins up here on this side. Yeah, right up here we join the canal again. You see the stone work on this side. And last summer, like I said, we kayaked up this section. The water level was much higher. We kayaked right into here. And you can see the canal here then, going off through there. So let's get down there. Yeah, here's our friend. You can see the canal headed up through here. Take a look back this way again. Back right there is what Lock 36 is, where it went across the creek here. They just caught a fish over there. It's cool. Alright, but yeah, you can definitely see the remains of the canal here. This might be probably the base for the mule bridge, if I could talk correctly. This little dam here too. Oh, there's something. Oh, there's a. What is that? I'm not sure if I caught that on camera or not, but as I was blabbing away there, critter just ran off out of that stonework. I look like a groundhog, but kind of look maybe like something else either. Maybe a mink or something, I don't know. I'll have to see the footage when I get home. Alright, but back to our canal. Here's looking back towards the North Kill Creek. You can still see some of the original stonework still through here. We'll follow this as much as we can. I don't think this continues for too long. Like I said, I believe up here further it was obliterated. Pretty thorny in here though. At least we have some remnants left on this side. That gets pretty thick. Yeah, it looks like we come to an end up here. It looks like there's a drainage pipe up here. That's odd. But yeah, here's an older terracotta pipe coming out. This is probably part of the town that was here. Because up in these banks, there was a whole town, the town Newport. Of course, this would have been lined with nice original dressed stone as well. Like I said, most of that was robbed out though. Yeah, there's a brick. There's a brick right in there. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Obviously, the canal would have continued, but they kind of destroyed this section of it. They put some kind of a drainage thing there. All right. Down there's our canal. Then up this way, there was a town in here at one point. Look at these trees. These are trees that were probably in people's backyards at one point. They have that look to them. They kind of spread out. Alright, so I'm going to explore in here a little bit. Might take one of my layers off too. Warming up. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be really warm. Sorry if my voice sounds a little odd. I've been sick for the past week. Kind of over it now, but still have some residual effects. My voice is a little scratchy. Things like that, but feeling better though. Just had to get out today. Yeah, so here was the village of Newport. Completely obliterated when they built Blue Marsh Lake. Dozed it over. Let's explore around here a little bit. Yeah, I just noticed these 3 big maple trees are all in a nice row, like they would be in a town. This town was here solely because of the canal, built right along the banks of it. This would have been like warehouses and wharfs. I think down behind us somewhere was an old grist mill. Alright, so the canal, you can see it would have come this way, but then they just, at this point they just covered it up. Not sure why that was necessary. So it would have continued right up through this way. As we make our way through here, we are roughly following the path of the canal. Probably underneath us somewhere. Probably filled with the rubble of the town. Probably just tore everything down and filled the canal with all the rubble, I'm guessing. But up this way a ways, we'll meet up with a road. We'll do a bit of road walking then too. Get out these briars and stuff. Alright, try to bust through this stuff now. Not exactly pleasant to walk through. You can see how the stalk's kind of spiky. This is called teasel. A lot of it in here. Alright, I want to find that road now. Okay, I see the road up there through the trees. Remarkably, I think this is the spot right where I wanted to come out at. Which I find somewhat surprising. It's kind of wet in here now too. Alright. Yeah, that was a mess walking through there, trying to figure out where to go and stuff. And this is exactly where I wanted to come out at. At the bend in the road here. Yeah, that section over there is now private property though. But behind us was not. Yeah, so this is like, what's it called, Koenig Road or something like that? But we're gonna make our way along this road for a little ways, up to Christmas Village Road. And the canal kind of roughly paralleled the road here. Topockin Creek is down below there too. Of course, right down there is, you can see the Topockin Creek right through there. Got another guy fishing down here. Yeah, so it would have run right through here somewhere. I don't think there's anything left of it through this area. I'm looking at maps and stuff. I'm not sure how old this road right here is. The old maps show a road here, but they also show there being quite a bit more distance between the road and the creek down there. So I'm sure things have changed dramatically over the years. You can see the Topockin Creek right there. So the canal would have been right through here somewhere. Yeah, once again, right down there is the creek. So this area has experienced quite a bit of change. I kind of wonder if some sections of the creek now flow through what was the canal at one point. That's happened in other places where the Union Canal is now the Topockin Creek as well. The Topockin Creek doesn't flow in its original bed anymore, but I got things in my shoes from all those thorns and stuff. Yeah, there's a nice section of the creek down through there. But who knows? This section is right along a road, so maybe it was used as a fill, a dump. That happened as well. They've just used the abandoned sections to dump trash and, you know, rock and other stuff they're trying to get rid of. There are quite a few different mounds of dirt and stuff back in through there. So I think that area has changed dramatically since the Union Canal. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and walk up to like where Christmas Village Road crosses the Topockin Creek. And I know on the other side of that bridge we can see the remnants of the canal pick up again. You can see it as you drive past. If you go over Christmas Village Road, the bridge there, you can clearly see And there's a little bit of public land on that side that I can explore just a little bit. Still part of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Yeah, but there's some of the mounds and stuff. There's like these artificial mounds of dirt and stuff, which are not natural. Then just beyond that is Topahaken Creek. Like I said, the canal would have been between the road and the creek. As you can see, there's just nothing, no remnants of the canal left here. We got a golf course. Not a bad road walk, not too busy of a road. It's good to be out though. Like I said, I was sick for about a week, didn't really get out a whole lot. It's been almost 2 weeks since my last video that I filmed. And that's one reason why I keep a backlog of videos. For times when I get sick or just can't film. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been almost 2 weeks since I filmed, but I had like 15 videos in backlog that I can upload still like every other day like I do. Even though I haven't been filming for like 2 weeks. So that's why I kind of keep that backlog. It's kind of good security if you're filming. It's kind of like keeping a savings account. Saving up for a rainy day. So if there's a period of time you're not working, you still have money in the bank. I still have videos in the bank even though there's times where I can't film. That's why that works out. That's why some of my videos are, by the time they're uploaded, they're several weeks up to a month old sometimes. But that's why I do that. All right. Back to the canal. Okay, right up here then is Christmas Village Road. And that is indeed its name, Christmas Village Road. It's named, if you're familiar with the area, it's named after there's a business up here, like a farm that puts on a huge Christmas display, like a Christmas village. It's kind of cool. Of course, they're one of the people I emailed about permission to be on their property, but I haven't heard from them. Hello, Christmas Village, if you're watching this. All right. Yes, over there's the bridge going across to Topahaken Creek. You can see the creek down there too. No remnants of the canal. Maybe there is on this side, but anyway, we're gonna try to head over to the other side. Of course, last summer we kayaked roughly up to this point too. Last fall, I think. We're down by the bridge now. But look, here's more of those beautiful yellow flowers. And some other ones. We got some snowdrops here too. Up here, check it out. These are snowdrops. Once again, these are not native. These are planted at some point. Or who knows, maybe someone threw these over the bank at one point. But look, there's tons of them. Snowdrops. And those yellow flowers too. Alright. We're gonna head on to the other side of the bridge. Of course, looking back behind us once again, there's no remnants of the canal. The canal would have been like right here somewhere, but can't really see much. But I'm pretty sure once we get to the other side, we will be able to see something. At least I could see it from the road driving past. Of course, our journey will end just up on the other side here too. And we'll talk about the future a little bit. And then just past the bridge, you can see the canal pick up again. Right there it is. Right here is the Topahaken Creek. Behind us is the bridge. And there's the Union Canal. Of course, this is about as far as we can go. There's a little bit of land right here that belongs to the Army Corps of Engineers. But beyond this is private property then. Heading off that way. So we will stop here. There she is. Picks up here again. I'd love to keep going, but I've not heard from the folks that own this land yet. Of course, right there's the towpath trail then, where the mules will travel. So it's still here. We just can't explore this section, at least not yet. So then what happens from here, as far as it goes to filming our series here on the Union Canal? So from here down to the town of Womelsdorf, there's about 20 some different property owners that I contacted. The canal went through their property, 2 are businesses. I sent out 20 Actually, I sent out 18 handwritten letters and 2 emails, and I heard back from 7 folks. So, no, 6 folks altogether. Actually, there was a 7th. There was one person I didn't message because it was a friend that I know that lives right along the canal, so I got her permission pretty easily. Thank you, Amy, for that. So that's number 7. But as far as people that actually email or wrote, I only heard from 6 folks. It's about a 30% response rate, which isn't the best. But I'm thankful for those who did respond. Everybody that did respond was absolutely favorable. There's a few people that I have to call up and arrange to meet with them before I go to the property. One lady wants me to wait till April. I think later in April. This is the beginning of March, so that's okay though. But yeah, I mean, plan A was not to contact property owners at all, but it was just to try and maybe follow the canal. Like there's some sections where the road goes right along the canal, and we could actually just walk along the road and see the canal. I was gonna do that, or just film what public sections we could and just do it that way. But plan B was to try to get permission from property owners. We tried plan B, limited success. So from here on out, it's kind of like a combination of the two. Those that gave us permission, obviously, will film the canal on their land. Those that didn't, well, there's just sections that we won't be able to access. Like I said, maybe some sections we'll be able to walk along the road and see, but there's sections that veer quite a ways away from the road too, which for now we just don't have access to. So most people were pretty cool. Some people were surprised that I was I was courteous enough to ask them instead of just like trespassing on our property. It's kind of sad that people have to feel that way these days. Yeah, and to the people who didn't respond, I don't know. I get it, people are busy, and maybe some people just don't, I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe I'll still hear from some people yet. But I know there's several businesses, including Chris's Village, that did not get back to me, and the church that's up here, Christ's Little Tobacco Church, they never got back to me either. So, I feel like that's, anyway, we'll let that go. But yeah. But thankful to those who did respond favorably. So that's what we'll do all from here on out. And this is kind of a test too, because we're just scratching the surface of the canal here. We have we gotta go to Lebanon, down all the way to the Harrisburg area yet. So this is kind of a test to see how property owners respond. So I probably won't do any more of that. With a low response rate, I don't know. Probably just let that go. Just see how that would go. All right. And just one last look at the canal. Head back up that way. Yeah, I'd love to explore up that way, but I just let it go. It is what it is. Yeah, you can only do what you can do sometimes, or just make do with what you have. So, all right, we're gonna tear ourselves away. That's the end of the journey for this video, but of course I have to retrace my steps back along the road and then back through the brush. I can find my waders, cross the creek, and get back to the Jeep. So, as always, thanks for coming along, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Next video where we'll do a bit of a combination of plan A and plan B, like I said. All right, I'll see you then.